Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at your 2017 forecast. Thank you so much for everyone who is watching and who has subscribed and shared this video. I am so grateful to all of you. So much love and joy to everyone who's watching and everyone who keeps coming back. It's so great to get to know all of you, and thank you. Thank you. Full of gratitude. Also, all of my readings resonate with your sun, moon, or rising sign, so make sure to go to the to the website that I have linked below to look at your natal chart, and then you can look where your sun, your moon, or your rising sign is. And also, you know what, sometimes I resonate with different signs because we all have all 12 signs in our natal chart. And some months I feel more Scorpio and some months I feel more Aquarius. And if I feel that in my heart, then I go and I listen to it because a lot of times those resonate with me in a way that I hadn't anticipated. So, don't always be so narrow that you have to just listen to your sun sign. A lot of times my rising sign resonates first and foremost. So stay open to your heart, and it will guide you. The deck I am using for this yearly forecast is the Prisma Visions deck, created by James Eads. He's amazing. The art on this is incredible and deep and lush and passionate and just, I love it. I love it. So I have linked his website below so you can go look at his site and get a deck of your own. Gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I'm also offering yearly readings for 2017. You can go to my website, email me, and we can set up a time to link up, or I can create a video for you and send it to you. And it's really reasonably priced, and I love being able to do readings for you. It's one of my many, many joys. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I do daily inspiration card pulls every day just to give you something to think about throughout the day. And always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, answers, feel free to email me, or you can just leave a comment below. Always know that I will respond to every single comment that you leave, the good, the bad, the ugly. We all have all sides to us, and I recognize all of them. So thank you again. So much love, joy, and blessings. Remember, listen to your heart, and your body will follow. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your 2017 yearly reading, looking at the overview of each of the months for 2017. So let's see what is in store for you. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. What does 2017 look like? Alright, so the Six of Chalices just popped up. So this is a nice card of contentment, of feeling secure within where you are, being happy with what has happened, and feeling a sense of home and clarity about who you are and where you are in this world. The High Priestess just popped out as well, and that's a card almost similar except on a higher vibration. The High Priestess is delving into the depths of your spirit and finding out who you are and feeling comfortable in your own skin, being able to go in and out of different worlds between the stark reality and the deep emotion and the headiness of life, being able to go in and out of that and recognize that time is neither here nor there, nor is it just linear. So the High Priestess is able to control different aspects of self in that regards. All right, so let's see here. 2017. Okay. And let's see what the energy coming in from 2016 is. So it's the bottom card. I love this deck, but it's still pretty new, so it's hard to shuffle in a way. All right, and it is the Queen of Swords. So this is, you know, since it's the energy that's coming in from 2016, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is a person in this regard, that it's the energy of being very clear about what your goal is and being able to go about it. So even though it might be difficult to manifest and there are many challenges, you are willing to face them, and you're willing to face them up front and deal with it as it is. And that's what you've learned in 2016, and that's what you're going to be taking in to 2017. So let's lay the cards out. We have the Lovers, the Fool, King of Swords, Queen of Chalices, Five of Wands, Three of Swords, Six of Chalices, Seven of Chalices, the Hierophant, Justice, Strength, and even though it's reversed, I'm not reading any of these cards reversed. Three of Chalices, and Four of Swords. Okay. So let me just put these kind of in an area that so that you can kind of see the whole reading. And I'll pull up all the cards so that you can kind of so you can see the beauty of them as well. Okay. It's better. So Taurus, this is so wonderful to have the Lovers kind of in the middle of your reading, you know. So this is this is absolutely a feeling of feeling connected with others, feeling connected with your surroundings, making connections with people that are useful to you and to them, and so you're going to be building and honing on that. You're going to be building your community, and it could be that you're meeting somebody who is, you know, kind of a soulmate, who you feel complete with and around. In January, we have the Fool. So isn't that interesting? January, the first month, and we have the first card of the tarot deck, the Fool. So it is like looking out on the world with a new lens, being excited about it, having lots of choices and being open to all of them. So in January, I think you're really reevaluating your life and saying, okay, where do I want to go? And I'm open to whatever comes to me. And I love this that you have the Lovers here kind of guiding you in that, because whatever choice you're making and whatever you're reevaluating, it's coming from a place of love, and it's coming from a place of trying to do better for yourself and others. So that's, the Fool kind of being in that position is an unknown. You don't know where it's going to go, but where the space that you're starting from and where you're coming from is a point of clarity from 2016 and carrying it on into the rest of the year. In February, we have the King of Swords. So, this could be somebody coming in, the King of Swords, and since it's interesting that we have the Queen of Swords from 2016 and then the King of Swords there. Now, Taurus, this I don't think is you, as it is a air sign and you are an earth sign. So being that this is an air sign, it could be Aquarius, it could be a Libra. It has the air qualities. Let's see, but I want to pull a clarifier card just to see, what this person means to you. It could also be a Gemini. Okay. King of Swords. And in the King of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which represents another person in this reading. So there we go, and that one just pops out. The Ten of Pentacles. This is really beautiful. So we have the King of Swords, And so in this deck, the King of Swords can be sometimes kind of a frightening figure in that they will, they will cut when needed to cut, and do it in a no nonsense manner. Like, they're not going to hug you. They're going to just look at you and tell you the truth and tell you like it is. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles who comes in too. And the Knight of Pentacles in this one it's in this deck. The Knight of Pentacles is weary, and is heavy with burden, and heavy with where they are. Just holding this rich, his what's it called? The emblem, the pentacles here, it's weighing him down. Life is weighing him down. Like everything that he has gained, everything that he has become is just too much at this point, and he's become weary and lethargic. And so then we have the King of Swords who, is willing to do what needs to be done to get where he needs to go. And so and combining them is the Ten of Pentacles and this happiness. So in this reading in February, I think you're going to have two people in your life, who you're going to have to choose between in a way. That you're going to have this person who is kind of sucking you dry, and this person who, even though might not be all warm and fuzzy, is going to be honest and true to you and value you in the most clean and clear way. And so this is going to be the question of where do you see your Ten of Pentacles with? Who do you see your Ten of Pentacles with? I definitely feel like this is a romantic venture, Taurus, that you will be having to decide. Who are you going to continue with? Who are you going to start a future with? And I would go with the King of Swords. I definitely will. When the Knight of Pentacles just doesn't have the chutzpah. And so the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign like you, Taurus. So it could be a Taurus, it could be a Virgo, it could be a Capricorn. So Spirit is telling me of a different way to actually look at this for some of you, is that you have a new beginning going on. And because of this new beginning, new people are coming in, and you're going to have to decide between them. And so you're going to have to do your future. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is that actually, Taurus, you guys could be the Knight of Pentacles, and that you're feeling lethargic and tired and weighed down. And because of this new beginning, you're starting to feel, a sense of hope, but you're still tired. You're still tired from everything that has happened. And then this King of Swords comes in and kind of gives you a reason to continue on to your Ten of Pentacles, to your happy ending. And because they are strong, because they are forthright, because, they can wield the sword in ways that you can't imagine. So there's that way of looking at it. In March, we have the Queen of Chalices. So this is another person coming in. And so this is just a loving, wonderful human being who's going to make you feel good, and who gets life, is very intuitive, is connected with herself, her spirit, her connection to community around her, to Earth. So let's just see who this person is. And it could be a man or a woman. Okay, so let's see. Queen of Chalices. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands. So the Queen of Chalices comes in to give you choices. And you could be, that makes a lot of sense because of what happens in February. You have to choose between some people. And so the Queen of Chalices, I think, is somebody who you really care about, and not necessarily is romantic. It could be like a mother figure. It could be a really close friend. But they help you kind of work this situation out, give you choices on what you could do and how you could react to this so that it's not so overwhelming to you. So if you have somebody, and the Chalice is a water sign, so that's going to be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So if you have somebody who exhibits those traits, I would definitely go to them and talk to them about the situation that you have been dealing with in February. Because in March, they're going to give you some really good guidance and help you on go about it in a, a helpful manner for yourself. Now, notice that in this reading, yes, you have it. This is just one situation of a lot of your life, but this relationship here between the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles is important to your growth in who you are. So that's why these cards have popped up, that this is something that you really need to pay attention to and be clear about when you're dealing with this situation in February. Then we have the Five of Wands, and so this is a conflict that could arise. Let's see, January, February, this is March. So yes, this is April. The Five of Wands. So it's a conflict that you are having. And, it could be a completely new conflict, but it's something that you're going to have to really focus on in April. And it could just be an easy tiff. Like the Five of Wands usually isn't like, all out war, but it could lead to that if you don't deal with it if you don't deal with it quick. Because it is heated and it is filled with a certain level of passion. But, having the five there is, kind of its adventure, its passion. And it could be that, this is somebody from abroad that you are arguing with, or somebody who is out of your circle that you don't necessarily know a whole lot about, or don't connect with in your just every day-to-day life. And so this tiff, this argument that you're going to have, could really shift your energy, shift who you are. So be careful of how you allow this to change you and to affect you. And what I keep coming back to, though, is that the Lovers is, just sprinkling all over every one of these cards. So I know that you are coming from a place of connection, of heart, of love, of passion, of beauty. So even in this argument, I know that you'll be able to deal with it with grace. So in May, we have the Three of Swords. And okay, so I just want you to know that, like, this, I feel like the first half of the year could be a little bit challenging because you have a lot of people coming in and out that are new, that are unknowns. You don't really know exactly, where they stand in your life, and you might be having arguments with them. And, in May, you might be betrayed by somebody. You might feel left out in the cold, left out to dry in a way. And it'll be a surprise to you. And it could come from this conflict. So if you, in April, call on your intuition, call on your hunch on how to deal with it. And so that could possibly lessen the effect of the Three of Swords. So yeah, it could just be, that you hear somebody did a white lie about you, and it could be that somebody cheated on you. But once again, the beauty of this is that you have the Lovers on your side, and that's how you are kind of going about your life in a loving, gentle manner. And so you're seeking connections that are healthy. And so even with this Three of Swords, you will be able to let go of this situation, this energy of betrayal, of a third party coming in and affecting you and somebody you love, or a situation at work that you really enjoy, and somebody comes in and kind of messes it up a little bit, stirs the pot. You can take it in for what it is and not make it anything more than that. So that is going to be my advice for May, is that accept it for what it is and don't blow it out of proportion. In June, we have the Six of Chalices, which is interesting because it actually popped up, when I was shuffling. So this is, Spirit saying you need to pay attention to this, and this is an important month to find your contentment, to find your ease in life, and and your community, you know, being able to sit pretty in the ocean and feel the earth around you, you know, healing waters. So make sure that this is your time to heal from all of this. Okay? Jan- yeah, in June. June is like your healing month. This is your time to really, um, you know, like get your stuff together. You know, because you might feel a little overwhelmed at the beginning of the year, and then like this is kind of like a turning point. This is in June things shift for you, and you start to soak in yourself again, come into those yummy good vibes of you, and so you can start to turn it around. And then we have the Seven of Chalices, Taurus. So there's going to be a lot of choices, good and bad. And once again, it kind of comes in, you know, the Fool here, um, and then the Eight of Wands too. You're going to have some more choices to make, and you're going to have to really figure out which ones are positive for you and will have a positive outcome, and which ones you can let go of. You know, because all the choices are not going to be beneficial to you. Some might seem interesting and provocative, but it is really, you know, a time for you to call on, you know, like your your where is he? There he is, your King of Swords energy, and say, okay, I can slice and dice. This is what I need. This is who I am. This is what feels good. This is what is rising me to my higher vibration, and go with that. So if you feel a little iffy about something in July, if you feel like I'm not 100% sure about that, listen to that. You know, you don't have to say yes to that right away. You can lay it aside and think about it. If you feel in your gut, yes, this is good for me, this is what I need to do, and this is who I need to be, then follow that hunch. You know, in July, there's going to be a lot of different choices to make. So it's going to be really important that you listen to your intuition at that time, because you have been honing it and it's right. In August, we have the Hierophant. And so this is a spiritual guide. This is spiritual guidance saying, okay, call on a higher power now. You know, and this is interesting, because in July you're trying to make some choices, and you you know, some things are enticing, and some things you just know are better for you. So, you know, if you still are mulling it over in August and you're not 100% sure, call on your spirit, call on your faith, call on, you know, the energy around you. And, you know, if you're a spiritual person, call on whoever is your God, whoever is your guidance. And if you aren't a spiritual person, call on Mother Earth, call on nature, call on, you know, yeah, call on the earth to guide you. You know, go out, feel your hands in the dirt, and, you know, ground yourself with the earth. And that will guide you in a very clear way. I mean, this is inevitable. The Hierophant, when we have major arcana, it is fate. It is fate for it to happen. So these, all these choices here will become very clear if you allow it. If you allow all of the messages to come in, all of the hunches. Um, there's, you know, there's going to be signs in August that you need to really listen to, and do not ignore them. They mean something, especially in August. September, we have justice. So you could have some things dealing with legalities, paperwork, you know, fine tuning different contracts, signing on the dotted line. Um, yeah, you know what? And that's all I got from it. So I'm actually gonna pull a clarifier card on justice, because it was just so simple. Let's make it unsimple. All right, clarifying the justice. Seven of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so here we go. So having justice here, and I believe this is September, yes? So that was July, August, yep, September, October, yep. So in September, you're going to have, you know, the not so fun things of trying to figure out um, the paperwork, the contracts, finding balance within yourself. But it's also, I mean, in all, justice is ruled by Libra, which in Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is love, Venus is beauty. So there is a sense of beauty and completion and, um, beauty and love and balance in justice. And so sometimes, even though it doesn't seem like it is, even though, it's like taking care of those fine details, those minute situations is not fun, it's what's going to help you get to where you need to go. So you really need to pay attention and put your head down, look at your books, read everything, look over everything, because that is what's going to allow you to live your beautiful life. If you do not focus on this, if you don't take care of these things, they're going to creep up, they're going to pile up, and they're going to backfire, and they're going to cause you to fall behind in your life instead of being able to skip through so clearly as you want to. This could be your slip up here. So, with justice here, it's like you're going to have to deal with it whether you like it or not, and it's how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to deal with it by not dealing with it and pushing it aside? Or are you going to deal with these details and these important aspects, contracts, paperwork, possibly taking care of a divorce, child support, a lawsuit, things like that, like that are not fun, but taking care of it is what's going to allow you to live the life you want to live. I keep getting, Spirit keeps saying contracts, contracts, contracts. So, I think a lot of you guys will be, getting a job offer or getting or fine-tuning a job, and you have to really look at what they're offering and be clear so that you can do the job that you want to. All right, so in October, we have strength. And this actually came in reversed. But with this, like I said, with this deck, I really just don't feel the need to do reversals on this, because the way that the creator of this deck put it, it's such a rich deck with so much meaning and depth that there's so much in each card that there's no reason to have any reversals. But just because I saw it happen this way, I think it's going to be hard to muster up the strength, but you'll be able to do it. Okay, so this, and it's interesting because, you have a situation that is leading you to the future, but it's, to get it going, to keep it going, it takes strength, it takes gusto, it takes focus, it takes endurance, and you sometimes have to roar like a lion, sometimes you do. I think that's such a beautiful strength card. This is your sun. This is Leo. This is the brightness. You have to stand up on your podium, stand up on your stage, and shout your self-worth. And this is, October. So this is around Halloween. This is around fall. So when things are starting to dwindle, you have to still shine your sun and grow brightly. And so the reason I think that strength really came out for you on this situation and in this area because you're going to need it. Yeah? You're going to need to find yourself, be really comfortable in you to carry out this month. And it's going to be challenging to muster it up, but you will be able to do so. Okay. And then we have the Three of Chalices, and after like this kind of challenging time that you have to muster up yourself and keep going, we have celebration. The Three of Chalices is fun with friends, feeling comfortable with your surroundings, going out and enjoying people in November. being content with where you are, laughter, joy. And you deserve it. You know, you've been doing the work. You've had to really focus in certain months. And so having the Three of Chalices there is just like a reprieve. It's so nice to see that November is going to be fun. And you know, once again, lovers is just all over the place. So you could be celebrating with a loved one. You could be celebrating um, romance. And I really do see a focus of romance in the beginning of like the first 3 months, and then kind of a shift into career, into who you are, up until about October, and then you know, a shift back into love, romance, and community. So yeah, it kind of goes like a full circle of like love, 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 dealing with love, relationships, a separation of relationships, finding yourself. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is it that you need to do to be secure in yourself? And then once you figure that out, you go back into community and love. Um, and then, you know, we have the Four of Swords for December. And so this is, you know, time to rest, you know, in the cold, you know, you've done what you need to do, and now you can kind of sit back and rest on your laurels and just um, you know, save the fight for another day. December is saying it's just time for you to take a breather. It's time for you um, to ponder everything that has gone on. Yeah. So yeah, and if you feel like pushing yourself in December, I would recommend not. I would recommend just taking it easy. And, you know, if you have to push yourself in certain regards, definitely do it. But always take time to yourself, especially in December. And enjoy the fine things, enjoy the beautiful itty bitty things of life, and, you know, snuggling and being comfortable with your special friends and family. So let's pull an angel card just for added guidance. Like, what is the message of 2017 for Taurus? What is the message? What is your advice for all of 2017? This one. Past life issues. Okay, so a lot of these things are karmic. Especially that's happening at the beginning. Like these people, the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles coming in, and then even the Queen of Chalices, I feel are karmic and are here to teach you a lesson so that you can learn the lesson and let it go. So with past life issues, it says this situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. I'll read that one more time. This situation, we could change situation. This year has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. And ain't that the truth? That's kind of like what I've been, you know, saying is that it's relationships. You're dealing with other people, and then all of a sudden it kind of switches here, and the Six of Chalices, and shifts into self-exploration, finding your comfort, finding who you are in order to be in this world. So this is, you know, Taurus, that's really what this whole year is about, is you might have some disappointments at the beginning of the year when it comes to relationships, or it could be job too. But all in all, I think it's really going to be some people in your lives that you're going to be dealing with. And then you're gonna solve it within yourself and celebrate at the end. All right, Taurus, thank you so much. If you'd like a reading, find me on Facebook, Twitter. You can email me or go to my website. Happy 2017. I will be here to guide you through the whole entire year, month by month. So this is just the beginning. So much love, joy, and blessings.